know quite a lot of people in the industry that they love producing events. They love the creativity and the passion about that. But there's a big difference between producing an event and running a business. What have you learned along the way?
Well, I've definitely learned that there's two different skill sets, and most of us have a preference for one or the other. And that's okay. And I find that those who recognize that early and put creative people in creative roles and strategic people in strategic roles, you can have beautiful partnerships and you can actually do both. I don't feel that they're mutually exclusive. I have learned that some people who tend to shun the strategy and structure live their whole lives in chaos. And I've seen there's a little bit of a belief in our industry that, oh no, it's always going to be chaotic. We're always going to work 24/7. We're always going to be having our cell phones attached to the hip. And that's just the way our business is. And I would actually beg to differ. I would disagree. I would say, especially when I used to produce events and we were doing the whole spectrum, when you're having to do things such as, sponsorship, marketing, promotion, registrations, volunteer, all of that stuff, you should have enough lead time that you should be able to coordinate and organize things such that you are pretty much working 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. But that requires the systems and the strategy and the business mindset, which was always my strong point, which tends to not be a lot of creative people's strong point. So I think I just looped full circle right back to the biggest learning is to partner with people who have both, because events need both. I think an event would be pretty boring if I was all systems and strategy instructor and I had no creative element. So I always would make sure to hire people with huge creativity that actually the client would be blown away with just how creative the finished product was. But it was me relying on experts to, design the lighting and design the decor and design the florals and all the rest of it. And likewise, I think those creative types need to partner. And again, there's so much opportunity now for collaboration, and there's so much opportunity for people to work part-time on contract. So you don't necessarily need to be full-on business partners, but as a creative, if you hire a strategic person in to help with some systems and structure, or as a strategy person, if you hire a creative to bring your creativity, I think you need both.
Yeah. Well, and you're mentioning partnerships as well. I mean, we've seen partnerships thrive in the industry